Excuse me, sir. Are you Dimitri? Can we speak to you for a moment? Excuse me. Whit Johnson, NBC4 News. Is there somebody we can speak to?
Well, we went to get some answers about complaints at First Class Autocraft in Silver Lake. It's an NBC4 News exclusive investigation. Some customers say the garage uses deceptive tactics to get their business, then holds their cars for weeks as storage and other fees pile up. It's a charge the garage owner says isn't true. But we follow one man through his nightmare journey to get his car back.
A vulnerable moment for Aaron Jarbo. Days after a minor car accident here at Cahuenga and Pilgrimage Bridge, he was surprised at the sudden arrival of a tow truck driver who told him this about his Lexus.
There's a sensor inside of your car that once it's hit, it automatically calls dispatch at Lexus.
Not true. Lexus says this feature doesn't exist on his car, but the tow truck driver took Jarbo's vehicle to First Class Autocraft. The driver said it was a Lexus authorized collision shop. Says so right on the shop's brochure.
As soon as I got there, the guy was really nice, welcomed me in with open arms, made sure everything was going to be okay. Insurance is paying for all this, all that. Sign here, initial here.
Jarbo's sense of relief was soon shattered. Phone calls to the auto shop went unanswered. When he wanted to move his car to another shop, he says First Class Auto took days to send a release form. Then another surprise.
They would not release my vehicle until I paid upwards of like $1,400 storage fee. And it was going up $75 a day.
Storage and other fees would eventually total $2,800, $1,750 for storage and $1,050 in other charges. Kiri Peng heads the advocacy group Business Consumer Alliance, or the BCA.
Many of the fees that are being assessed are excessive.
Some customers on popular online review sites tell the same story. Sometimes the tow truck driver claims to be sent by BMW or Lexus or by whoever makes the car, sometimes by AAA.
Later, consumers find out that the tow truck operators weren't dispatched by AAA, nor do they have any affiliation.
Until just last year, First Class Autocraft operated under a different name, Sunset Autocraft. Same location and records show both owned by Lawrence Rosenberg. The BCA received 17 complaints for Sunset, similar to those of First Class Autocraft.
We do have complaints from both companies alleging the same type of problem.
The storage fee is in the paperwork, but Jarbo admits he didn't read it before signing. Again, he says he was told his insurance would pay. After 22 days, Jarbo gave up. We went with him, cameras rolling, as he attempted to get his car back.
You guys are not an authorized Lexus dealer.
In a phone conversation, owner Lawrence Rosenberg agrees to reduce the charges to $1,100, payable by cash or cashier's check, no credit cards. When Jarbo paid the next day, this is where he found his car. The front bumper detached in the street.
They dumped it, it's sitting in the turning lane of Sunset Boulevard.
That's when we walked in to get some answers.
Hi, Whit Johnson, NBC4 News. Who's in charge here?
Receptionists ignore us.
Excuse me, sir.
Managers scatter.
People say that you're holding their cars for ransom here.
Don't film me.
We later catch up with another manager outside.
People say that you're tricking them into bringing their cars here.
We finally reached Lawrence Rosenberg by phone. He said he has tens of thousands of happy customers. He also said, quote, "I have never paid tow trucks extra to bring vehicles to our repair facility," but added they are not his employees, so he can't control what they do. He said he does not delay the release of cars to incur more fees, and claims in Jarbo's case, one of his employees didn't call him back for a week because he was out sick. Jarbo isn't buying it and plans to go to court to try to get back his $1,100.
They were just basically doing this just to keep people's vehicles there to rack up storage fees. On top of that, my insurance isn't covering any of this.
Now, there are plenty of positive reviews as well for First Class Autocraft on Yelp. Rosenberg admits there were problems at his shop when it was called Sunset Autocraft, but says he was not involved in day-to-day operations back then, and he has since replaced that management team. As for leaving Jarbo's car in the center lane waiting for a tow, the garage owner says that's standard procedure. But police told us that should only be done if there is absolutely no other way. Now, if you are ever in a car accident, here are some tips from the BCA. First of all, don't allow any tow truck driver to take your vehicle if you did not call them first. Call police or your roadside service and have them coordinate towing arrangements. Check with your insurance company before deciding on where to tow your vehicle, and make sure you read all documents before you sign. We have more tips and information to make sure you avoid a situation like Aaron Jarbo's. Just visit our website, NBCLA.com.